Here we come. Alright, last time we basically were prepping for a war against the Japanese. I decided to declare war on them because, well, they seem a little bit weak now. We might be able to stop them. So, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to basically drop this artillery, all the four of these guys here, and these guys in here. Get them all to go up here to the Caroline Islands. Now note that I haven't really shown off the mechanics in this game, but these guys were a harbor, next to a harbor, and the harbor has actually boosted their movement speed by 1, so they're able to go up to, they can go up to like the Marshall Island or any of the other stuff around here if I want them to. But we're going to drop them there on the Caroline Islands for now, because that's, where we're going to hit them for now. I'm not going to hit them with any of my airplanes. I could, but that would result in, of course, my airplanes possibly getting shot down. So let's do this. We'll drop all my land units, because that's more than enough, I think, to take them out. And this guy over here, he can do something. Start liberating the Chinese a little bit. So done. Yep. And here we go. So we did one little bombardment of the cruiser, I guess, and it killed the A gun. And we did a piss poor shot at the rest of the stuff. And it killed most of my infantry. Ugh, I'm doing terrible. There we go, we killed a few more. And I lost the artillery. Oh well. That went well enough, I guess. Well, let's see here. At this point, that's a newly conquered territory by me. Got a nice little defensive perimeter to start attacking the other stuff around here. Yep, we're going to say done. I'm going to build my battleship. So there's the first attack by us. And they're going to hit the Americans there. And because we're at war, they are going to obviously take that from the British. I'll also note, by the way, that since we conquered, we declared war, we're getting our bonus from this now. More or less. Once the British conquer back, those two, then they'll get their bonus. Shouldn't take them long. They got enough forces to do it, I think. Alright, well, we lost quite a few guys there, so you know what? We have to build more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Yes, I think that'll do. We'll buy 6 infantry. And the rest of these guys will go elsewhere, I guess. This is probably a bad idea of this to ever do, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually, we'll say done at this point. I'm going to take, like, these transports, and we're just going to dump a tank in them. Did move the wrong thing there. That's just usually a dumb thing to do, but you'll see why. Drop this here, and we'll conquer that. And why not? We'll take this here, move them over there. These little markers are very special, and you'll probably see why in a moment. I'm hoping you will see why in a moment. Let's see here. It looks like the Japanese don't have a whole lot around us. They have Midway. Let's take out Midway. Midway, I come to liberate you. Alright, so those guys are all in the open. You're about to see them all die horribly, and you'll see how. Let's move these guys back. So, battle in Midway. Crap, I forgot to drop him off. And I forgot to move this guy too. So, double crap. That's just a win. Alright, nothing happened. I guess that's good. And you don't have any movements to be dropped off anywhere, sadly, so... You're a sitting duck. Oh well. Yep, I'm sure. This is where it helps having a second industry, by the way. I built that so I could build more than, like, 3 units when I need to. And because I'm getting a lot more points now. And yeah, I knew that's gonna, he's gonna die because he's out in the middle of nowhere. You didn't see it, but the Japanese can do something very special, which they didn't do. But hopefully you'll see it next time. Or maybe they already did on the Americans. But basically what the Japanese can do, they have the ability to kamikaze stuff. If they're in, like, those little zones there with the, like, red Japanese symbols in them. Probably means kamikaze zone in Japanese. Okay, let's just have a look around here. So, lost this guy, but the English sort of rectified that. Got a fighter and an infantry over here along with these battleships. Guy there. I could take Guam. Guam's still Japanese, so we could take that back. Could probably take Kingsu. I might actually do that with this guy right here. The guy Midway can go. Maybe let's drop him on Wake Island and try and take that back. Now reach Wake Island. Let's see where these guys can reach. 1, 2. Probably hit Marshall Island. You know what? We're gonna do that with those guys. Anyhow, let's start getting this over. 1, 2 free, and then we're gonna build 1, 2 free. And done. So those guys got lost, but oh well. China's capital's a little bit liberated, though it doesn't really matter. We're going to send a couple of these guys in here, and we're going to send them all up toward Marshall Island. This time the aircraft will participate. Oh, they're apparently not capable of doing that, sadly. Oh well. Drop these guys in, they'll do enough to take this guys out, I think. So we get lucky. And we'll move these guys up. Nice, killed them all in one go. These guys I can probably move around to defend other stuff, so... Okay, now why are these guys having such difficulty moving? There is an airfield here, right? So... The area will move 5. Let's move them there. These things will go here, and we'll go there. So Japanese takes another turn. They're mopping up quite well. Except at the same time they're getting mopped up themselves. Slowly but surely we are advancing up the way. I think next we want to take out Wake Island. Probably do that with those limited guys right there. Alright, so at this point I guess it's time to start building up a few more ships. We'll build up a carrier, a couple of fighter fort, and some more infantry. Combat move. I'm going to move this guy. Actually, no, undo. Sinkang. And the guys here. You guys will move back this way, I think, or try to. The rest of you go up here. There we go. So I guess the fighters don't have that whole lot of movement for attacking, so that's why it's getting wrong. Anyhow, they're not all pretty much attacking now. All of them on Wake Island. Take that back for the Americans. Drop it on two of these guys here. Oh, nice. These guys can actually make it. There we go. Now I got a whole lot of troops up there. These guys can be helpful too. I forgot about them. Yeah, it's kind of hard to sort of like move units around and find this one. I actually have a few dislikes about like the fact that they colored the Australians pretty much the same color as the Americans. Though for the most part, it's not a big deal. You can usually get by. Let's see here. Let's actually attack that bomber of those fighters. All of them. This is actually going really easy compared to when I playtested this. The Japanese are actually doing a whole lot better last time. Well, there's Wake Island captured back. It's also kind of hard to select the units on Wake Island here. There, finally. You guys did your job, so you can go right there. Place a few more infantry here. Place the rest of you guys here. A bit more guys in the Japanese Sea, which are about to get obliterated. Wow, this is going very well. Transport, tank, infantry, transport, tank, infantry. Done. Alright, so these guys can move up somewhere over here, I guess. Yeah, we'll move up there. Actually, undo those 3 destroyers. Maybe I can take out them. Move them all up there. I feel more or less safe in dropping all these guys in here and dropping these guys with them. And then with the Americans, you know, sort of guarding the place. Can I not get to where I need to go? 1, 2, 3. Alright, well I guess that's good to know. Apparently, I thought that harbors for your allies would, you know, help you out. How harbors work, by the way, is that they give you movement speed boost when you're like, you know, I guess yours, and then you can like get to where you need to go really fast. Sadly, it doesn't seem like it's working that way specifically, so sort of stuck a little bit. I guess I can jump down to the Caroline Islands or drop them all down there if I want to. Alright, let's just drop them out here then. They can wait there when I get to it next turn. You guys can go here. You guys can join the fun over there. The rest of these guys can't make it, so yeah, we're just going to drop them all in the Caroline Islands pretty much. Drop these guys here. Got myself a fleet over here I haven't really been using. Oh, it's Americans, so that's not my fleet. Haha. Right then, so at this point, what I really need to be doing is like using these harbors to sort of jet some of my guys where I need to go when they're like out of reach. If there's like 2 tiles away to get to it, then it's good enough. But in many of these places, like, you know, with Japan here, you have to be at like Wake Island to like you know, with American Harbor and your American ships to jump up there, or for me, I have to go via the Caroline Islands over here to jump over to Japan to like help invade it. So that's what we really needed to do. And you guys can come up here. Why not? We'll risk it. Kill them! Kill them, my little infantry guys! These guys can jump over here, help guard those guys. So done. All I have to do is see some Val. Alright, so here's something I want to show you then. with the carriers, it's really worth understanding something. They can take a second hit, but it's very dangerous to let them take hits, and you'll see why. Let's show you in a moment. So he takes a hit, boom, and then this. Nice, we conquered that too. So it's worth knowing that this burning carrier, these fighters can't land on it. So we'll move these guys over here. And I'll basically show you that when we try in their turn here in a moment. That I can't move them. So those guys are done. Those guys are safe. So let's press done. Air and falling terrorists can't land. Free forces sea zone. So keep moving. They can't land on this sphere because it's damaged. So these guys have to like go somewhere else. And apparently I don't have the movement speed to do it. Can you guys jump down? No, apparently not. So I sort of like lost 2 fighters because I made a mistake. I didn't want to do that. Oh well, so done. So yeah, I lost those 2 fighters because I couldn't land on the carrier because he was damaged. So that's a little bit too bad, but oh well. The flight deck was burning basically, so you know they couldn't land on it. That's the sort of gimmick there. Japanese are doing what they can to eliminate the straggling English troops. Americans are going to just kill them with the guys they have in the Sea of Japan there. I guess I'll also note, by the way, the blockade zones that they're here. These blockade zones, what happens when you have like ships inside their radius, like that, you know, American ships in the Japanese radius there. They're actually reducing Japan's production units, by the way, when they do that. It's basically, you know, how the blockade works in this game. You have, like, you know, ships in those territories to blockade and reduce the abilities of the enemy player. It takes back his territory. All right, so the Australian guys here, what are they going to do next? I suppose what I really need to do, build another transport for here and a couple tanks. So that's there. Let's build a cruiser in the other place. All right, so combat move. So this guy, he's damaged. He's kind of useless at the moment. He can, like, you know, be used to attack and defend, but he can't land stuff. What we're gonna have to do with him, we're have to get him repaired. So what we have to do with that is, let's just check the notes, make sure. So I guess you can't use harbors unless they're your harbors, but so it's the start of the player's turn, not any player of the allied, you know. I have to move on to one of my harbors, which is like right here down by Australia. So this guy, he has to go, say, over here to get repaired. That's where we're going to drop him. These guys in here, they can be used to attack. Not sure what they're going to attack. Maybe they can... Nope, can't get that far, so... whatnot. We'll get them up to the Caroline Islands up here. We'll take back Guam. The burning harbor of Guam. Don't know why it's burning, it just is. take that. And don't know what I'm going to do with these guys. Statistically, this might be stupid, but I'm thinking about sending them towards Shanghai there, or Shanghai. Though I guess that is really stupid, so I won't do that. They're not on an aircraft, so you know they can't move as far. But I can drop them here, I guess, on Philippines. Perhaps they can use that aircraft field there, hopefully. Let's drop these guys over here this time. So now I'm on like the blockade zone there. We're conquering it, causing a blockade. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... One moment, I have to pause the recording. Alright, we're back. Going to drop in these guys on Korea. Guess that's our turn for now. They're already blitzing, so they're good. Alright, done. So battling Korea, taken. Guam, taken. Don't think we have any aircraft that we have to worry really about. So I guess we're good. Drop you. Drop your friends here. A little bit boring, this game. I was actually expecting a little bit more meat to this one, but the Japanese have failed quite badly. Look at a huge naval force sitting in their zone. They did not defend the Sea of Japan too well. If you lose the Sea of Japan as the Japanese, that's pretty much, you know, it for you. You can't really ferry guys onto Korea from the Japanese island anymore, and then, you know, you're sunk. You can't, you know, keep your territories you kept or conquered. I'll note, by the way, that Korea up there, that's actually a Japanese original territory. That's why I'm still keeping it. It's actually really nice to have if you conquer it. Alright, this is going to be a bit wasteful, but I figure I might as well describe a little bit about the factory you're seeing here. There's a factory minor, there's a factory major, and how these work. The factory minor basically lets you build 3 units on any, like, you know, these land places that you build it on. The factory major lets you build 10 units, though they can only be built on these, like, you know, free or I guess perhaps Borneo. I think that's possible that the English can build it there. But the one thing about the factory major, even though you can build it on, like, you know, like these, like, places like free right here, they can only be built if you originally owned them. So this territory was originally Japanese, so I didn't own it, so I can't build a factory major there. I can't build a minor factory, which is what I'm going to do, so we'll do that. We'll go buy a minor factory. And at the same time, we'll also build a harbor. We'll save our points. And basically we're just going to, like, trip out Korea so it can be used to land invasions on Japan when I'm ready to. Alright, so that's done. That's been repaired, so that's ready to land aircraft again if I want to. Hooray. It's not worthless anymore. You go up there. These guys go in here. Looks like I still got a couple leftover guys. Oh well. Then go up here. And we'll let them wait there for now. These guys will land on the mainland. I don't really need them doing much, but we'll conquer this for China. You know, China's not participating. For the most part, at this point, the Japanese have more or less faltered. They don't have anything left of them. Eventually, we'll take out the rest of these guys. The 14 infantry, 9 artillery, 5 tanks. It shouldn't be too troublesome to take them out. Usually at this point, you need the Americans to sort of take them out, but anyone can really do them if you know, they wait long enough. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait a little bit. So done. And yeah, we're just basically going to wait. Looks like the kamikaze, the Americans, the Japanese there. So we didn't get to see the kamikazes, but they're kind of neat how they sort of work. You guys can go there. You can go up to here. And let's place these both here. The plan will be just to build stuff there and then rambuckle the Japanese what we built. And if you look at that, they apparently repaired the American stuff, those harbors, but they didn't do the same when the American ones did it. Well, it's good for the Americans. It means their forces are going to be stronger now, but it's kind of annoying. Or maybe the repairs will work on any faction. It's just the movement speed will only be if you own that harbor. Could be that way too. Going after the neutral there, but you know, whatever. The neutral is really nothing important in this one. There's really no purpose to taking Mongolia. I don't think the Japanese even benefit from it, but they do just because, you know, whatever. Why not? Yeah, there's nothing, no objectives for Mongolia. So it's time to build up stuff over here. We've got a bunch of troops. I want to build at least 3 tanks, I guess, so we'll do that. 1, 2, 3. And we'll build the harbor. One moment, another phone call. Alright, we're back once again. We're going to build an airfield. So we're going to build that all in Korea there. Notice that Korea is unified and whole in this game. Korea didn't separate until after World War. So done. Get that going. We're basically just going to, at this point, just ready ourselves for the invasion of Japan. So drop stuff like the infantry over here and such. Get them ready. Probably should send these guys up too. Alright, so anyone who can, let's move them over here. And that will be enough, I guess. So that's all built there. I've got 9 transports and I got more or less 2 troops extra here. That's fine. So I can like drop 9 tanks, 9 troops when I attack along with the aircraft and such. So done. Slowly the Americans and the English will move their troops up here. And I really like sitting them right there in the middle of the zone right there. Middle of nowhere. To sort of get around on this in Big World by having a whole lot of islands that the Americans didn't drop their stuff on, but it doesn't really work too well here up at the top in the Pacific where the Americans are ferrying all their troops to the AI. And that's it for Mongolia. They've been liberated, so to speak. They're now under the governance of the English there, but they're still liberated. Alright, so got two guys there. At this point I want to start just ferrying these other guys that I might have around. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a couple tanks. Yeah, we're going to wait a little bit until we're ready to sort of assault. We might actually find the Americans assaulting first, but they don't look like they have enough guys around, so it might be a little bit for them. Non-combat move. I wonder if we can send a couple of these guys down this direction, because I got the harbor right, so they move a little bit farther. Let's go down here. You see the Philippines will give me the boost that's supposed to. Boink boink. Build you there, and you right there. So those transports will ferry the rest of the troops up, and then over when we're ready. And the Americans might be going for it now. They're going for it. And they just bombed it. Oh, that's good enough. I'll notice that unit that they used there, the tactical bomber, it's actually much like the original bomber. It's a little bit different though that I can't bomb industries. Though at the same time it can still bomb the harbors and the airfields, which is sometimes useful. Another good thing about it is that it also has a free defense on it, so it's capable of being a defensive unit as well. And on the offense, if there's like a tank or artillery, then they get an offensive boost equaling the, they get 4 dice rolls equal to that of the original bomber as well. So they're all around a very useful unit. And they're also able to land on aircraft carriers. They're, I guess, based off of bombers that were used in the Pacific Ocean when, the Americans and the Japanese were bombing each other with carrier bombers, as opposed to like B-17s or whatever, B-52 or whatever the Flying Fortress was that they used in World War II, the Americans on Germany. Talking about bombers, we actually want to build a few bombers, so we'll build a few. And we'll start using them to bomb the guys. Yeah, okay, good. We got our free movement, so we can drop you right there. And you can go to Java. And can't just quite get you over there, sadly, but one of the other guys probably will. We're going to send this guy up to the Caroline Islands because he can get to Japan from there. This guy will take a while, but whatever. That's a boink. Why not? There's no Japanese aircraft at all, so we're good. We're slowly moving all the way up there, and there's the Americans on the front up there too. So done. Non-combat move. Nope, we're not going to make one. Done. We'll just build 3 bombers right here. You're going to attack this time, America? Yep, he's attacking. He might be able to do it. And there we go. There's a win. So that's more or less a win. And of course, I think there's actually something wrong with this version because last time when I playtested, I didn't actually win it. There was like no pop-up that says victory. Though obviously we've won. There's no Japanese left. But it shows off the Pacific campaign, and this is a really interesting world map for the Pacific design of the Axis now as the original one. And I figure it's worth showing off. Only one that has Australia in it, I think. they should probably make a big world which has like a whole lot of factions in it, like Canada, Australia, and everyone else. So yeah, we're done. America's managed to get in there just quick enough to take it out by themselves. And it doesn't do like the victory objective even though we've won. But we've won, it's done. And that's the game. So in many ways that's like very similar to like the Pact of Steel mod with lots of its stuff. But at the same time, I actually like that one better because the objectives are a lot more, I guess, they're a lot more understandable. It's, you know, it's a lot more interesting and more robust, so to speak. Shows off a lot, you know, what an organized type of game can do. We just need to modify so like the AIs a little bit better and stuff like that. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed. I might do a European one. We'll see. Stay tuned, and we'll get back to this, you know, some more of these AAA maps of World War II when we get to it.